Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie Holloway, and for my second career profile I chose a parent educator. And a parent educator teaches parenting classes in the community, some volunteer, some work in small agencies, and some work for the government for like court-ordered parenting classes. And my example organization is called Parenting Path. With Vivian Brault. She is self-employed and she teaches parenting classes here in Boise, Idaho. The working environment for a parenting educator, usually work in a small organization. There's not a lot of teachers, but there's several, and they switch off teaching these classes. These classes are part of a program, or you own your own business or your own program. And in this type of situation, you would charge your students for the program. But if you're working for the government, like in a court-ordered parenting class, those people usually, don't pay. They get paid by the government. Those parenting educators do. The environment is very family-friendly, obviously, for a parenting class. There's a lot of flexibility in the preparation process, but not a ton of flexibility in class times because you want both of the parents there. And so usually these classes are held in the evenings. And a lot of parenting educators work part-time. Some do work full-time. Typical stressors is having negative parents in the classroom who don't really want to be there. For example, in a court-ordered parenting class, or negative relationships with your parents or students, and also a lot of evening hours. That can be a stress on some people. Typical benefits, generally, you don't have any benefits. A lot of people are self-employed. Unless you're working for the government, then you usually do have benefits, health insurance and retirement, all sorts of those things. Common job tasks. Your job is to plan, coordinate, carry out, and teach these parenting education courses through a program based on the intellectual, social, physical, emotional needs of the children and the parents so they can work together. Skills that are needed are communication and speaking skills and teaching skills, as well as active listening, so that you can really connect with your audience and meet their needs, and social perceptiveness, so you recognize what your students need or your parents need, your class, and address the problems that way. Educational requirements: you need at least a bachelor's degree in marriage and family studies or child development, some even like social work degrees. And you also need a parenting educator license through your state. Starting salary was $23,000. And I was also reading that you get paid on a, hourly basis. Some get paid 17 hours. It really depends on, if you're self-employed, that way you get paid through your students, or if you work through an agency. But the experience salary range was $65,000. Again, it depends on the agency, depends on your job environment. And I also want to mention that some of these parenting educators are volunteers, so they don't get paid and they don't get benefits. It's just a volunteer basis. And any miscellaneous career information I have is a lot of parent education programs are offered through school districts or communities. So you might have parenting classes offered in your community or local agencies. So you can look up on Google your closest parenting education programs, and I'm sure you'll find one in your city. But this is what I'm interested in. Hope you enjoyed the information.